Good morning. Welcome to a new vlog. I just got a coffee. Not gonna lie, I woke up in a bit of a funk this morning, just feeling like a little down, and I can't really pinpoint an exact reason why, but just having a day, you know? And I really didn't feel like vlogging today, but I had planned to vlog today, and I'm like, you know what, we can try to turn this day around. A funk is not forever, and maybe we can get ourselves out of this funk, which we are doing with this coffee. I'm hoping that this coffee is gonna help. It's a pumpkin cream ice latte from this amazing Korean coffee shop in the city called Han. I vlogged a couple of clips in there so you could see what it looks like, but it's just a very beautiful, very cool coffee shop, and I always want to bring my laptop in there and work, but every time I go it's so busy, like there's not a single table available. So I just got my coffee to go, but that's okay because I actually have got a couple little errands to run. I'm going to Trader Joe's, which also might help me get out of this little funk because you know I love Trader Joe's. I like doing my Trader Joe's runs in the mornings on Tuesday or Wednesday morning because I feel like it's just the less chaotic time to go, or the least chaotic time to go. Is what I found. Okay, I've been like holding this coffee and wanting to taste it for so long, but I was waiting to take a taste test on the camera, so let me just stop my rambling and take a sip. Guys, I'm not there this morning. Obviously, I haven't had a coffee yet. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is definitely gonna help the funk situation. Sorry I've said funk so many times in this video already. Can I even speak? No. I think that's one of the best iced pumpkin spice lattes I've ever had. The pumpkin cream cold foam on top. Absolutely perfect. I don't have much of a plan for this vlog. I just thought I would take you along the next couple of days. I can't believe I haven't even mentioned this yet. This is huge. We just went through a hurricane. We actually didn't. Me, my husband, and my mom all drove up to Alabama and stayed with my mamaw who lives in Alabama. So we like evacuated. We didn't have to. We live in a non-evacuation zone because there's not a big risk of flooding where we are, and we're actually quite elevated and inland from the coast. So it wasn't like a huge risk to stay home, but the eye of the hurricane, like the track was like right over where we live, and so we're like, let's just not be here because there was no downside to leaving. We actually had no traffic leaving, which was a miracle, honestly. We kind of left last minute. We were planning to stay home. The hurricane was supposed to hit on late Wednesday, early Thursday. On Tuesday at like 4 p.m. We all decided, we're like, let's just get the heck out of here. We prepped the house. We like boarded up a couple windows because we have a lot of really big trees around our house, and so that was the biggest concern, was the trees falling on the roof or through a window or something. So anyway, the plan was to stay at my mom's house, and then we were like had packed a bunch of stuff to bring over to my mom's house, and then that afternoon I was just feeling so uneasy about staying, and it would have been fine if we stayed because spoiler alert, there was no damage at all to our house, thank God. Honestly, he really answered our prayers for protection over our home and my mom's home and like our whole family who all live in the area. Like none of us got any major damage or flooding or anything. Even just like losing beautiful trees would have been really heartbreaking, and we didn't lose any of our trees. We lost a couple like smaller limbs and like tons of little twigs and stuff, but the trees were protected, and we're just so grateful because they're so beautiful and majestic. And so many of our neighbors and people right in our neighborhood lost like huge beautiful oak trees, and lots of power lines were down like in their yard and stuff, which was just scary. So just feeling grateful, and obviously my heart goes out so hard to everybody who was very severely affected, especially on the coast, like St. Pete Beach. It makes me sick. You guys know that's like a home away from home for me. We grew up there pretty much. Anyway, it's just been a really heavy like last couple of weeks with all these hurricanes, and Florida's just not been, Florida's been going through it. So, and obviously the Carolinas as well, like seriously so upsetting. All that being said, that's why I didn't have a vlog last week. I was all sorry, my camera just overheated and shut off, but all to say, that's why there wasn't a YouTube video last week, and I was really sad to miss it, but we're back and I'm excited to take you along whatever we get up to in the next couple days. Like I said, not a real plan for this video, but we're gonna have fun. Just talking to the camera, I already feel like I'm feeling so much better and a little bit out of this funk. I don't know how many times I can say funk in this video. I'm gonna stop because it's annoying. I don't really love that word in particular. Anyway, let's go to Trader Joe's, let my camera cool down, and I will see you afterwards. much later now. I finally just got home from all my errands that I had to run, and I didn't even do all my errands, and I don't know where the time went, but it is like several hours later now. I went to Trader Joe's, I went to the spa, I went to Whole Foods, and then I went to the liquor store because I needed something for the podcast tonight for my Jolly drink. I'm so excited to record tonight. I am in better spirits now than I was when I saw you this morning. I've been listening to my little Sophie Kinsella audiobook. I'm listening to I Owe You One by her, and it's so funny and cute and fun, and it was free on my little cloud library thing, so I started listening to that. And I feel like anytime I need a little bit of like a comfort read, I always go to Sophie Kinsella because she's just like so fun and light and like a little bit of escapism. So loving that, and I feel like that alone has put me in a good mood. That and my delicious coffee that I had, my pumpkin cream coffee, so good. Anyway, okay, let me show you what I got from Trader Joe's. It's not the most exciting haul. Asparagus, carrots, celery, feta. We eat a lot of feta in this house. Organic whole milk, let me put this in the fridge. Did I mention that we had to clear out our entire fridge and freezer and our other deep freezers that we have in the laundry room? We had to clear them out completely because our power was out for several days. So we lost so much food. On Sunday we went to Costco and got a whole bunch of stuff. And then today is like the second batch of groceries that we couldn't get at Costco. Josh loves this strawberry kefir, veggie fried rice, parsnips. I love parsnips. Unexpected cheddar, we always stock up on this. It's so good. Heavy whipping cream. The Trader Joe's turkey corn dogs are really, really good. And then this is a fun little treat that I like to get every once in a while. The Hold the Cone. They're like the tiniest little ice cream cones, and they're the perfect little sweet treat. I got a little restock of the fall leaf chips. They're really good and cute. I got chia seeds because I want to start making chia pudding again and like adding them to overnight oats. English muffins, garlic, hemp seeds also for overnight oats or smoothies. I've made pumpkin muffins like 3 times already with this stuff this season, and it's so good. It's gluten-free. You would never know. I really like the Trader Joe's flour tortillas, and tonight I'm gonna make a little taco salad situation, and sometimes we like to toast up a tortilla and just like shove the salad into the tortilla. I guess that makes it a taco. Got lots of bananas because we like to let them ripen and then freeze them for smoothies and also for baking. I got 2 cans of pumpkin puree. I actually don't have a recipe for this. I just thought we needed more pumpkin puree, even though we have some already in the pantry. I was just like, surely I'm gonna need some more. Okay, now for the Whole Foods things. Josh and I are obsessed with Taylor Farms salads. They are so good and so fresh. The Mexican street corn one is probably my favorite, but they're all really good. And this is like the base for the taco salad. So I'll do this, taco meat, taco seasoning. It's so easy. Add some cilantro, avocado, and it's really, really, really good. The Califia Farms caramel apple crumble creamer. I haven't used coffee creamer in such a long time. I've just been adding like a dash of half and half or milk, or just having it black. But this sounded really good. I also got this pumpkin spice apple cider, which is also going to feature in the Jolly drink tonight, which I'm very excited about. 2 different kinds of taco seasoning, avocado for the salad tonight, and cilantro for the salad tonight. I got some Honeycrisp apples, and then I just got some regular russet potatoes. I think I'm gonna do a little parsnip potato mash situation for dinner sometime this week. I just feel like that sounds really yummy and like very fall. And then this is what I got from the liquor store. It just looked cute, and it was not too crazy expensive. I think this was like $30 for this bottle, and a lot of the mezcal, like the other mezcal bottles I saw, were like $50, $60. So I thought, let's just try it. And I googled it and it had good reviews. Mezcal, if you haven't had it, it's like a smoky tequila. I can't remember if I ever did this in a vlog, but the last couple of years I've made smoky apple cider margaritas during the fall, and it is one of the most delicious cocktails I've ever had. And so that's what I'm gonna do for my Jolly drink tonight, since we're recording the podcast and it's our October episode. I thought it'd be a fun, kind of spooky, festive drink to make tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, I'm gonna put away this mountain of groceries now, and then I gotta go walk Jackson, take a shower, pull myself together. I know I've been looking crazy all day. Okay, I think I'm looking a little bit more human now, except the hair in my mouth. We're gonna make the Jolly drink for the episode this month for October for Jolly Cove is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. That's our book club pick for this month. It's magical, it's cozy, it's very fall, obviously, and so I had to pair a drink with it that was very fall and giving very much October. Oh, Josh is home. Hang on, gotta go give him a kiss. Okay, Josh just got here and Jackson is getting a little crazy, so if you hear any any doggy noises, that's what's going on. It's a half-baked harvest recipe. It's called the Smoky Harvest Apple Cider Margarita. The mezcal is what gives it the smoky flavor. And I'm actually going to be using this pumpkin spice apple cider, which I hope will be good. I haven't tried it before, but surely it'll be delicious. I feel like spice cider is always better than regular cider. I've already put some ice in my cocktail shaker. This is from Brewmate. It's the best cocktail shaker ever. I love it so much. But the first step, or I guess the second step after you put ice in your shaker, is to get some lime and wet the rim of your glass so that we can do the sugar cinnamon rim. So I've got cinnamon sugar here and I'm just dipping the rim so it's nice and cute, and it also adds a little sweetness, a little extra sweetness because this drink is already kind of sweet. Look how cute. I forgot to slice my apple. I want to get this garnish prepped. Apples are really magical, aren't they? It wasn't gonna fit in the cup being round like that, so I just cut the edges off. Okay, we have 2 ounces of mezcal going in. That's 1. I spilled a little bit. Oh well. And 2. It smells like a margarita by a bonfire, which is lovely. Half an ounce of orange liqueur. Spilled some of that too. And then 4 ounces of apple cider. And again, I'm using the pumpkin spice apple cider just for some extra cozy autumn vibes. And then the juice of half of a lime. And lastly, it calls for a teaspoon of maple syrup. It says 1 to 2 teaspoons, so that was kind of 1.5, so we'll go with that. Should be fine. Okay, that's fun. It's very pretty. It looks very like pumpkin-y. Oh good, it's not too much liquid. I thought that it was gonna be like overflowing. Yay! Garnish with my little apple slice, some cinnamon sticks. Oh, that looks really cute. It does say if you want an extra smoky effect, you can light the cinnamon sticks on fire, but I'm opting out of that for today because that sounds a little hazardous. Okay, let's give her a taste. That's so good. This is absolutely one of the most delicious cocktails I've ever made. I can't explain to you how cozy and warming it feels. It's also such a unique drink. Like, I've never had anything like it before, so definitely give it a try if it sounds like something you might like. Okay, I need to take a photo of this now for the Jolly Cove Instagram, and I'll see you after. Okay, here's my little setup for my photo. I think it turned out kind of cute. I topped it up a little bit with more apple cider just so it looked a little bit fuller for the photo. But this is the book that we are talking about today. I'm so excited about it. If you're watching this vlog in October, which most of you probably are, definitely pick up this book because it's so good and it's definitely an October read. Cozy, romance, magical, very heartwarming, and I'm so excited to talk about it with Issa tonight. This episode is also kind of a spooky special. It's kind of what we're calling it because we're gonna do a little like Halloween Q&A and talk about like our favorite Halloween costumes that we had in the past and just like silly little fun things like that. Okay, I've got like 5 minutes to set up my little podcast station. I'm just waiting for Issa to join the call, so I thought I would show you my little setup. This is where I record. It's such a funny little makeshift studio, but it works for me for now until I have my little office room set up. This is what we're working with. Got my drink, got my Rhode Lip Peptide. This is a key. I'm always reapplying this throughout the episode. And then I've got my cozy little bookshelf behind me with the book of the month set up here. This is what I see, except soon it's gonna be Issa's beautiful face joining me. Jackson, don't take my spot. Hey, you're right in my spot, mister. I don't think so. I know it probably looks like morning time because I've got my little cup of tea and I look like this with no makeup or anything on, but the truth is, it is late afternoon. This is a late afternoon cup of tea. I'm on my back patio. It is the first crisp fall day in Florida. It's been in the 60s all day today. It is heavenly. I'm enjoying it so much. So me and Jackson went for a nice long walk this morning, which I think is the only thing that I vlogged today, even though I planned to vlog more today. It ended up just being more of like a home admin day. Did lots of laundry. I edited the podcast that I recorded last night, which went really well. It was really fun. It was a 2-hour recording, which is pretty normal for us, but we're always like, okay, let's really try to keep it to an hour, and then we just like physically cannot because we just have so much talking to do. I do try to whittle it down and make it like a lot shorter for the listeners, but anyway, I have now created a very cozy little situation. I'm out on my patio enjoying this beautiful weather. Getting a cool crisp day like this in Florida is such a novelty, and it's so nice when it happens. So it being the first day, I'm just like really soaking it up. I've had the windows open all day and I'm just really loving it, but I thought I would take an hour or so to come out here, read my book, have a cup of tea. Josh is on his way home from work, and then we'll make dinner soon. I literally never hear my neighbors talking ever out here because it's just like an older guy that lives next to us, and like he never makes a peep. For some reason, the only time I ever try to vlog out here, the neighbors are out and they're like having a very loud conversation, and there's so many loud cars going by. Maybe it's because it's like later in the afternoon and this is when a lot of like cars are driving by. It's so much more loud out here than it usually is, so I do apologize for all the noise. But anyway, I thought while I was out here I would give you a little reading update, because in the last vlog I talked a lot about all the books that I was super excited to read in October, and I have been doing some reading. So I think the one that I mentioned that I was the most excited about was Rewitched. Oh, my phone's ringing. A lot of distractions out here on the patio. I thought this was going to be very peaceful, but... So Rewitched was one of the books that I was the most excited to read, and I'm like 70% through it now, and I'm loving it so much. I actually got it on my Kindle as well. I have the physical copy because it's really cute and I knew I wanted it, but I ended up getting it on my Kindle as well because I'm just so used to reading on my Kindle and like choosing the font size and always having like it backlit whenever I want to read in the dark. And so reading physical books for me now is really hard for me to do, which I hate that about myself because I like love the idea. It's like very romantic to, you know, have a physical copy of a book that you're reading, but I'm so spoiled by my Kindle that I really rarely ever read a physical copy of a book anymore, unless it's like a devotional or something like that. I am loving this book so much. It is one of the coziest books I've ever read. So basically the premise is that there's a witch who, she's just like an average girl, like very relatable, but she's also a witch. She's got magical powers. She lives in London, which, you know, is a huge tick in my box. If your book is set in the UK, you can pretty much guarantee that I'm gonna eat it up and just like love it, because I feel like they're just so cozy, and I just like love English culture. I don't know what it is. I feel very drawn to it. I feel like that's where I belong, and the cozy UK vibes are very strong in this book. Anyway, the premise is that this witch, her name is Belle, she's turning 30, and on her 30th birthday she has to go in front of her whole coven of witches, and they have to decide if she's worthy of keeping her magic or not. Like, has she made the most of it? What has she done? And she definitely hasn't really developed her magic or like tapped into the potential of what it could be and all the things that she could accomplish with it by the time she's 30. And it comes as a shock to her that might lose her magic. She didn't know that this was a thing. And so it's basically just a very beautiful, inspirational story of this woman who's turning 30, finding her magic again, learning to believe in herself, and not letting her potential go to waste. It's honestly like really inspirational, and I'm really enjoying it, and a lot of the messaging is like hitting home with me, and it's, yeah, very relatable. So I'm really enjoying not only the plot, the theme, the messaging, but the coziness of this book. Like, it really feels like a warm hug. The writing is so beautiful and descriptive. I can see everything playing out like in a movie in my brain. It's just so enjoyable. I already know it's gonna be 5 stars. I just checked, I'm exactly 70% through this book. I think it's like 380 pages, and it's just been a pure delight, and I've actually been like wanting to read it slower so I can savor it and just really enjoy it. Also, I was searching for author interviews of Lucy Jane Wood, just because like I love her writing so much. I wanted to like learn more about her, maybe listen to an interview or something. Turns out she's a YouTuber. She lives in London. She's got the coziest YouTube channel. She like vlogged her journey writing this book and publishing it. I've only watched a couple of her videos so far, but they're so good and cozy. I feel like she's gonna be my new comfort creator. I'm just really enjoying it. So I will link this book, of course, below, and her YouTube channel, because you guys need to check it out. And I just need to thank Katie, if you're watching this, for introducing me to this book and recommending it to me. It's one of the best books I've read all year. But other than Rewitched, I actually just finished an audiobook that I was listening to on the way to and from Alabama when we left for the hurricane. We drove, and that was like a 5-hour drive. So I listened to a Sophie book called what's it called? It's called I Owe You One. I gave it 4 stars. It was so good. Sophie Kinsella is such my comfort author. I just always revert back to her if I need something like comforting, or if I can't think of what I want to read next and nothing is sounding good. If I'm ever in like a little bit of a reading rut, Sophie Kinsella. She's always the answer for me. I just love her books. They're so funny and light and wholesome and silly. I just absolutely love it. So this was just another classic, enjoyable, delightful Sophie Kinsella book. I loved it. I'm pretty much always reading 2 books, one on my Kindle and one on audiobook. So today I started The Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. This is the cover. It is the cutest thing ever. Oh, there's a mosquito on my hand. I'm gonna throw up. I might be like 10% through, or maybe even less, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It's hilarious and just like really quirky, and it's also British, of course. Like the audio narrator has an English accent, which I love. The premise is really funny. Basically, this girl dies doing something embarrassing. She goes to the afterlife and she meets a guy there who's there on accident, but they like have an instant connection and she like really likes him. And then he gets sent back to the world, and there's like this afterlife therapist who sends her back to the real world, and she has 10 days to find him and like get him to kiss her. And if she can do that, then she can stay alive in the real world and doesn't have to go back to afterlife. It's a very silly, quirky premise, but so far I'm really enjoying it. I really like books that have a magical element to them. Like I said, I just barely started it, but so far I'm really enjoying, so I'll keep you posted on that. But yeah, that's my little reading update now. I'm going to continue reading Rewitched. It says I have about 2.5 hours left of reading Rewitched on my Kindle. That's one of the things I love about the Kindle so much, is it tells you how many minutes is left, not only in a chapter but in the whole book, and I'm obsessed with like checking that. Since I didn't do the best job of vlogging today, I'll probably carry this vlog into tomorrow as well. I really want to make these banana bread chocolate chip cookies. They look so good, and we have ripe bananas and everything and all the ingredients, so I think I'm gonna make those in the morning. I'm gonna get to reading and I'll see you later. Look how cute my little snack is. I've got golden kiwis and green kiwis. I think golden kiwis are more delicious than green kiwis, but the green ones are prettier. I've been eating kiwis every day because we bought a mountain of kiwis at Costco, golden and green. And so I've had so many. I wish you saw this mountain of kiwis before I started digging into it. It was literally this high. I just pulled up the recipe for the cookies that I'm making on my computer. They look so good. Just wait till you see the finished cookie. You're gonna understand. Oh my gosh. That looks like my perfect cookie. It says to do a whole cup of olive oil, no butter. I think I'm gonna do like 3/4 cup of olive oil and a 1/4 cup of butter, just because it feels so weird to me to not have butter in my cookie recipe. Anyway, I'm gonna get started on these cookies. Also, hi, by the way, I haven't even spoke to you really properly yet today. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I've got lots of work done this morning, which felt really good. Took Jackson for a nice long walk. The weather, I know it's boring to talk about the weather, but I can't stop. If you live in Florida, you will understand what I'm saying. Like, the fact that you can walk outside and be comfortable is truly groundbreaking. I actually was working on our patio for like the whole morning and it felt so good. You are currently balanced in the mountain of kiwis that I showed you a minute ago, and it's cracking me up. But anyway, I'm gonna unstuck the dishwasher because I didn't do it this morning. I was slacking, and then we're gonna make some cookies. I'm so excited. I'm sure I've said this before, but I am always listening to an audiobook or sometimes a podcast whenever I am putting the dishes away, doing laundry, doing like anything around the house that I don't need to really use my brain for. And I love it. And if you don't do that, you should try it out. Although I'm sure it is healthy to have just like brain space to think every once in a while. It just makes all these little tasks feel so much more enjoyable. Okay, here we go. Screw up my face. It's a real life romance novel. I get to watch happy. It has been a hot minute since I last had my camera out, like a couple of hours actually, but I had to jump on a call with a brand and then had to end up sending a bunch of emails. So anyway, here we are. We're finally gonna make these cookies and I'm very excited about it. Also the cookie, I was reading the recipe, the cookie dough has to rest in the fridge for a couple hours. So these aren't gonna be ready till much later this evening, but that's okay. They'll be a nice little dessert after dinner. So I've got all the ingredients here. I just need to grab my measuring cups. Look at this blue egg. It's from Costco. They're like heirloom, beautiful blue eggs. They're the cutest thing I've ever seen. I'm obsessed. So we only need the yolk, which I don't really know how to separate the egg yolk from the egg whites, but we're gonna figure it out together right now. Also, these have the richest, most beautiful amber colored yolks, which I just know are better for you. Like, there's no way that like a light yellow egg yolk is gonna have a lot of vitamins in it, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna try to separate this egg white from the egg yolk. Wish me luck. Oh, it's actually really easy. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see what's happening here. Oh, I said it was easy and now I'm making it hard for myself because I'm trying to vlog it. Just kind of like shift it. Oh, how beautiful is that yolk? It's absolutely stunning. I'm actually just gonna drop this yolk into my olive oil because it's gonna get all mixed together anyway. Okay, I've got my recipe here. I don't think you guys want to hear me do everything like step-by-step measurements and stuff, just because it's a lot more efficient if you're following the recipe just to look at the actual recipe, and which I'll put in the description, of course. But I still think it's cozy to bake together. And I love watching vlogs with people baking. I just find it very cozy and comforting. So I'm hoping that you do as well. Okay, dry ingredients going in together first. Oh my gosh, I just realized that the oatmeal in this cookie is actually granola, like a specific brand of granola. And I don't have that, obviously. I thought it was just oats. So I'm just gonna use oats and really hope and pray for the best. I'm actually gonna type out because I'm changing a little bit of this recipe, obviously, now that it's oats and not granola, and I'm adding butter, a little bit of butter to the olive oil situation. So I will actually just type out my version of this recipe if it works out and put that in the description so that you can follow what I'm actually doing instead of the OG recipe, even though the OG recipe might be better than mine. It probably is because it looks insane. I don't know if I talked about this much in my last vlog, which was my first vlog back after like a 6-month hiatus. If I even talked about like why I took a break or why I was back or anything like that. I feel like I was just like, okay, here's a new vlog. So I thought I could just chit chat a little bit about that, I guess, while I'm baking. I'm just gonna switch bowls for the dry to wet ingredients because I'm gonna have to end up putting them all in the bigger bowl eventually. It's time to mash some bananas. We just need half a cup of bananas, so that's probably like 1.5. Also, I thought that our bananas were a lot more ripe than they were, and I think that maybe we did have some, but Josh probably went ahead and froze them for smoothies, which was smart, but he didn't know that I was planning to bake with those really ripe bananas. So, it's okay. These are still ripe. Like, they're not ripe. They're not the ripeness level that I prefer to bake with, which is like borderline rotten because they just have so much more banana flavor whenever they're super ripe like that. But this will do just fine. But as I was saying, I took quite a long break from YouTube. My last video before last week, or the week before last, whatever it was in March. Oh, 1 banana is exactly half a cup. Okay, that's perfect. Guys, I'm the worst multitasker in the world. I feel like when I'm talking, like I can't do anything else. I need to learn how to talk and vlog and bake at the same time. Okay, so all of this, the last several vlogs that I did before I took a break were all travel vlogs because I'd gotten to a point where I was just like, what am I doing? Just vlogging everyday life. Like, it just felt very self-indulgent and like, this is boring and nobody cares and this is not riveting content. And it's silly that I think that way because my favorite kind of content to watch is just like the mundane, daily life, routines, cozy moments at home, just like you living your normal life. I just find it very comforting and enjoyable to watch videos like that. And I know that a lot of people do as well. I just got to a point where I was just feeling like what I was doing with my content, if it was just like home content or just about me and my life and not like our travels or adventures, then it was worthless and like, what am I doing? And I'm wasting time and I'm wasting other people's time to watch it. It just, I got to a pretty negative mindset regarding YouTube, which is sad because it doesn't make any sense because like I said, the vlogs that I love are just normal girls going about their life and sharing it, and it just feels cozy. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more vanilla. I feel like you can't really have too much vanilla. Anyway, more recently, I was just thinking more about YouTube and missing it a lot and just having the urge to get back on here and pull out my camera. And so I did that. And in doing it, I still had those feelings of like, no one's gonna care, no one's gonna wanna watch, this is silly. Even though I'm doing it, the urge is stronger than the doubt at this point. And so I feel like there's a reason why I'm here. I've said before, but like one of the best things about YouTube is being able to look back at yourself years from now, like I have videos from so many years ago that I can go back and see what I was doing, what my voice, like how my voice sounded different. Like it's actually really painful to watch and like really cringy because you just grow as a person, and it's weird to see like different versions of yourself. You're like, literally, who are you? I don't even know that girl anymore. But it's really sweet at the same time, like special to have those memories and like have a little time capsule of your life. And then of course for like big trips and like special memories, it's just the most special thing ever to be able to capture some of those special memories and relive them. For instance, we had a big like month-long trip in New Zealand and Australia over this past summer, and I didn't vlog because I wasn't posting on YouTube, and I thought, I'm not gonna vlog this trip, let me just live in the moment, and I'll take clips on my phone and stuff for the memes, but I didn't vlog it. And now looking back, I'm like, where are those vlogs? I wish that I could watch those vlogs back because we had the most amazing time and it was just so special. And obviously it's great to live in the moment, but I feel like there's a way to balance it and have both. So I do regret not vlogging that trip, which I hate to say that because, you know, no regrets and all that, but I do regret it. Also, just to be like 100% transparent, I do UGC, user generated content, for like one of the main parts of my income comes from that. And I do notice that whenever I'm posting more consistently on YouTube especially, but like all the platforms, but especially YouTube, I get a lot more UGC jobs. I feel like a lot of the girls who work for the brands that I work with or end up working with tend to look for the creators that they want to work with on YouTube, which I guess makes sense. They can like get a good feel for who you are, what your content is like, and if you're going to be a good fit. So I have noticed that UGC jobs, like inquiries, emails, are a lot slower whenever I'm not posting consistently. So there are many factors. That's definitely one of them, but I would say the biggest factor is definitely, look at this, this looks great. The biggest factor is definitely just this like heart pull towards getting back on YouTube and creating content. Something I've always done like for so many years, and I've never been super consistent with it. You guys know, if you've watched me for a while, I tend to go in phases where I'm uploading a lot and then you won't see me for a little while and then I'm back. But I don't think I've ever taken like such a long break as 6 months with 0 videos. So add in the chocolate chips and fold until evenly dispersed. 1.5 cups. That's where I'm at. Just thought I would share with you guys, especially those of you who have been here for a while. I don't have a 1/2 cup measurement, so I'm having to like do 1/4 cup twice, which is a lot for this little pea brain of mine to do at the same time as vlogging. Also, thank you so much to anyone who commented or sent me a really sweet message on Instagram, just like saying that they were excited that I was back on YouTube. Like, I can't believe that's even a thing, that you guys actually are watching me and care. I know that I'm a tiny minuscule little creator on here, and the fact that you choose to spend your time watching like genuinely means the world to me. I'm not trying to be like corny or obnoxious or anything, but it's just what I'm thinking and feeling. It truly means the world to me that you're here, and just wanted to let you know how much I love and appreciate you guys. Okay, this is the dough. It's looking pretty good. I understand why they say to chill it though, because this would not form a ball anytime soon with the consistency of it. It needs to chill so that we can like form it into nice little cookie dough balls. I'm just gonna cover it and pop it in the fridge for a couple of hours. It's currently 5 o'clock, so these babies won't be baking in the oven until like 7:30. So sadly, we're not gonna have very nice lighting for whenever we finish baking them, but that's okay. I'm still gonna show you however they turn out. So while we are waiting for the cookie dough to chill, I thought I would show you these jeans I just got in today. They are perfect. This sweater is not doing me any favors. Hang on, let me change my top. Is this better? I don't know, but you can at least see the shape a little bit better. Maybe if I style this with like a cute belt, some cute shoes. They're just so comfy. I love the bagginess of them. They fit around my waist really well. I like that they're mid-rise, not high-rise, because high-rise on me is like up to my boobs because I have a very short torso. And then they're not too, like they do drag a tiny bit on the ground, but they're not too long. Oh, also, you can see the booty. I feel like they're flattering for the booty as well, especially for being like baggy jeans. I'm gonna try on another top and see how I feel. This gray sweater, I feel like looks cute with everything. And yeah, I'm loving this. I was influenced to get these from JC Marie Smith's Instagram stories. I just saw them on her story and clicked the link and immediately purchased because they looked so cute on her. I feel like I'm being dramatic, but I'm just so excited about these jeans because I don't think I've purchased a pair of jeans that I've loved or that I haven't returned in actual years. Like it's probably been over 2 or 3 years. I'm not even kidding. So this is exciting times. Okay, I just did the little Gen Z sweater tucked into your bra thing, and I think it looks pretty cute. And also because they're Levi's, I feel like I'm gonna have them and wear them forever. Like they're just classics, you know? Yay! Sorry, one more angle from the back, just because you need to see how perfectly baggy they are, but they also like fit the booty, you know? Okay, Josh is calling me. Okay, it's been exactly 2 hours and I feel like it's firmed up enough. For sure, it's fine. So we're gonna bake these babies. Okay, I've only used about half of this dough, so this is kind of perfect. I think I'm just gonna save this and bake it tomorrow. It actually said that it's even better if you can let it chill longer in the fridge, so that the flavors develop, and they might taste even better if I bake them tomorrow. And they're going in. This was about 11 minutes. I kind of wish I took them out after 10 minutes, maybe because I made them a little bit smaller, they cooked faster, but they look really good. I do wish, maybe they'll like fall a little bit and be a little bit more squashy like that one. I'm gonna let them cool off for like 5 minutes and then we can taste it. Here's a close up. You can see very nice and crispy on the edges. Very delicious. I would say not quite as delicious as I imagined. We'll see how round 2 goes tomorrow with the second batch that we're gonna do, if it tastes better after it's sat overnight. They're very, very good. I would definitely make these again. Okay, it's actually the next day. This is the second batch. I made them bigger. They look so much better than they did last night. And let's do a quick proper taste test because last night's was a little rushed. Actually, this one's gonna be rushed too because my battery's about to die. So if it dies in the middle, I'll just leave you a little note to let you know how it was. Okay, here we go. They look so good. Oh my gosh, they taste way better the next day. That's crazy. Okay, we're off to a family birthday dinner now. I'm gonna bring these as a little extra special treat. And I'm gonna end the vlog here. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys and I will see you in another one very soon. Bye. I wish I could send you some cookies, seriously.